Anyone else?
So I'll go first. It's been
Let's
a
do it.
week that I've been on the recruiter school calls,
Nice.
and halfway through the training, and I'll give you guys some insight. So when Preston and I had a conversation, I've got close to 30 years of recruiting experience, and basically my client outreach was sucking. I was getting like trickles at best. So I will tell you, going through the training and going through some of the things and kind of testing and trying has been tremendous. So one of the scripts basically has helped out tremendously as far as some of the calls. So I'm going it from multi-pronged approach. I've always been calls and LinkedIn and emails and just kind of bombarding someone with a variety of, hey, I'm Scott. So I will tell you that then in the week that I've basically immersed myself in the program has been tremendous. I've seen some gains and some chances I've taken, some conversations that I've had. Had a conversation with a hiring manager last week after the Thursday call that just I just kept pounding him for information and just kept just droning on about I have this question, tell me more about this, and just kept the intake call basically just it was so fluid. So thank you to you, thank you to the training, thank you for just allowing us to come in and just be rookies again.
I appreciate that, Scott, for the kind words. So what were you doing before for clients, and what have you learned now? Like, what was kind of the big unlock for you?
The unlock for me, Preston, truly was the volume. I was nowhere near the volume I needed to get the traction and the attention. And we talked about this, and I've kind of banged this drum for so many years, is you got to basically embrace the no's, right? You're one step closer to the nose. I look at the meme that's on social media, Instagram, where you've got the two miners going from left to right. One guy's like keeps digging, and one guy gives up. He's so close to the diamonds and he gives up. Just keep going, just keep pressing. So I'd say number one was volume. Number two is messaging. I was kind of breathing that era of desperation, right? So now it's like, I don't care if they say no. I don't care if they don't want my services. I just need to move on to the next one. And just kind of going back to being a rookie again and basically embracing the suck, right? Because it's the suck. It's going through the no's to get to the yeses.
That's why I challenge everybody here to just try to seek the no's and quantify it, gamify it. Like try to seek 5 no's a day, 10 no's. The more no's that you can do per day, the faster you'll get to a yes. Was there also like a channel that you're utilizing now that you didn't do before? Did you do a lot of callings before, a lot of emails before, or
Um, so I've always been a proponent of smiling and dialing. I've always been a proponent of getting someone as a hiring manager on the phone. I kind of stepped away from approaching is a better word, approaching the hiring managers and going through talent acquisition. So I changed my thinking. Come on, bud, you got to basically start from the top down. You got to start with the key decision maker and then trickle down rather than trying to be on the escalator up to the C-suite. So that's helped tremendously.
wow. Happy to hear that, Scott. Great to have you here.
Thanks, man.
And your journey has just only begun. Now with calling, I have nothing against calling. I still think calling is fantastic. I think that the biggest difference between people who've called before and calling now is you just have to have a little bit more of a game plan and structure, um, doing it properly. Because I think people have just lower attention spans these days, and they're like, "Come on, Scott, come on, Preston, what's your point?" And they'll be more than willing to hang up on you way faster than 5, 10, 20 years ago, especially with recruiting, with how competitive it is. But I think volume is huge, because you could be doing the right thing, but if you're just reaching out to like one or two companies a day, you feel like no one's getting back to you and everything's moving slow. And then, you get one no, you're like, oh my God, how do I turn this no to a yes? And you start kind of racking your brain and right. But then if you're getting like 5, 10 no's a day, ultimately I want people to get to a point where you're getting 5, 3, 5, 10 no's a day. Then you just like, it normalizes. Like rejection's fine. Next, right? No, thank you. Next, keep going. Right. So I think that's awesome. And then obviously the messaging is great too. Like, if you're just saying the wrong things, you're just not, no, it doesn't matter how much volume you're doing. Right. So do you have anything to look forward to, Scott? Like for October, November, for the last couple months here, for this year? What are you hunting for? What are your goals?
So I'm not a huge proponent of goals. I basically go after every day like it's my last day, just basically crush it. So I don't really have like these long-term goals. Um, I will say if you were to pin me down on a goal, I think in the next 30 days, I want to make two placements.
Nice. Let's
So
do it.
I'm focusing my attention on what I've done in the past, which was tech, data science, machine learning, cybersecurity, DevSecOps. Those are really kind of the areas that I've worked with as far as tech recruiting in the past. So I'm seeing a lot of people needing some significant talent, but I'm also seeing on the flip side of that, a lot of positions that have 300, 500, 1,000 applicants. So I'm steering away from those and focusing where I can make the biggest buck. So there's a lot of research behind each of those intentional calls to make sure that I am the solution provider for those organizations. But if you were to pin me down to a goal, it's going to be 2 placements in the next 30 days.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Let's do it. Whatever
Thanks,
we
man.
can.